Hello once again, it's your boy That's No Moon, and all the talk at the time of writing is going to be all about the new Galactic Legends. But hey, a lot of those are going to be non-accessible for the vast majority of the players. So we're going to have a look at faction today that I've wanted to do for a long, long time, which is the Sith Triumvirate. Well, not faction, but they're part of the Sith faction. The Sith are hotting up right now. I've got a feeling that there's gonna be more added to the Sith, or that's wishful thinking. But the Sith Triumvirate, it's still, in my opinion, like a pretty viable faction for a couple of reasons. And a little bit later on in the video, we'll be going up against some GOs, and obviously we all know that. But we're going to see how Traya, because Traya does have viable use against Kylo, or Supreme Leader Kylo Ren as well. So, just before we get into it, we're going to have a look with Sion. I tend to try and stack him with as much health as I can. So he's got crit avoidance. Now, the crit avoidance is huge under Traya leadership. It's going to add 40% crit avoidance. So always run him with a crit avoidance. Not really too worried about speed. Ideally, you can have speed, but it's all health and all as much health as I can. Right side of the board is going to be strength, so increases his physical damage, health, and armor. He's not really an attack. He does okay damage when there's pain on the board. Again, more damage, health, agility. But yeah, armor is okay as well from that top piece on the right. And then his finisher is going to be strength, which is okay, speed, armor, resistance, and potency. This is one of like the worst finishers in terms of flat bonuses I think I've seen. It's really underwhelming. So I'm hoping with a couple of relic levels on him is going to turn him into a little bit of a beast. So at the moment he has, what is it, 64, 42. He has 106,000 health and protection combined. As I said, I'm not too bothered about the protection. It's more the health that I'm after. Now, I have had it before where, there we go, just showing off the 40% critical avoidance. I have had it before where a Relic 7 Geo Spy has taken out a full health, full protection, my General Kenobi. So, again, these are dangerous bugs, in all honesty. As long as they've got it modded and as long as they've got everything right, it makes them really dangerous. So, again, it's I'm kind of again this one. Just going back, I'm recording this in retrospect, but it's showing that soldier he'll add crit chance, 15% crit chance. So yeah, my crit chance is 102. Not special offense because he hits physical. My camera work is pretty shoddy at the moment. But yeah, on my spy at the moment, I have 100% crit chance, which isn't a huge amount, and then all crit damage pretty much. So so he'll get more like 115. So again, trying to negate that as best as you can on Sion is going to be crit avoidance triangle, and then the bonus from Traya as well, which brings him to 75. Okay, so let's go and have a look at what his relic mastery does. I'm going to have to get some of this from the scavenger. Just bear with me. Yeah, I've only just so I did Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, got him to relic level 7, and very shortly after, Darth Vader. I've got him up to relic level 5 now, so that's taken pretty much all of my relic mats. Not quite sure what journey I'm going to go on next. It's going to be an interesting one regardless. I don't know whether to tie up loose ends in the roster. I've still got characters like HK I need to get to gear 13, but we'll see, or whether it's going to be chasing one of the new Galactic Legends. So again, this boy is adding quite a lot of health, decent wedge of armor as well, which is always good. Armor in the agility growth and armor in the strength tank mastery. So now we're looking at 5478. So that's a lot healthier. That's more like 130,000, 130 plus. So yeah, really like that. 130, between 130 140. So again, that's a big old shift. So I don't quite know why I'm going back to Geospy here. but yeah, his big ability, I'm sure it won't be dealing with Relic 7 spies, but at least a Relic spy. Hopefully we can even undersize with just Traya and Sion. Again, Silent Strike is probably one of the hardest hitting abilities in the game. Again, non-GL. But yeah, Sith faction, I've always had a little bit of a soft spot for the Sith. Again, they just do decent damage. 42, 49, so we're on about, what is it, 90, it's late at night now, 93, 94,000 health and protection. Nihlus always tends to die pretty quick, unfortunately. I've tried to stack him. Speed is okay, but I've tried to stack him. There's a good chunk of health there that it adds on the right-hand side. As always, those right-hand side ones are like pretty good. I know I've got a couple of speed mods on there and more health. But yeah, Nihlus is still a legit character wherever you go with him, and however you use him. He's going to gain 50 tax, 8 speed, and some damage. Again, this character is more about survivability and let Annihilate do the work for you. So we're on about 93, I think it was. And yeah, so relic level, we're looking at... Well, accuracy is interesting, actually. Although Annihilate doesn't miss. Health steal, it's okay. I've never really invested in his leadership for like full banner potential or anything like that. Gets a decent chunk of health, a little bit of armor, and yeah, resistance, etc. So yeah, so he's at relic level 1 now. 47, 56, so he's going to be at around about 103,000 now. So that's a nice chunk of change. Traya, at the time of this first recording, I didn't have the mats, but or the materials needed, but I got there pretty quick, and I've actually got the finisher on what as well since this. This was a few days ago. I will skip forward to where I do upgrade her because she is probably one of the most important. If you don't do all three, I think the two most important are Sion and Traya. For the reason, as I said, we're going to be going up against a Galactic Legend a little bit later on, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren Ultimate. So this is kind of quite important. I can't remember exactly. In the comments, you can correct me, but this I've sort of gone more protection with it. I can't remember why. It's been about a year since I've revisited a mod. We're on 107 health and protection at the moment. Right side of the board is going to be okay. Bit of health, bit of speed. I don't mind a good bit of speed on her anyway. Like, again, survivability is important, but if you can get secondary speed on her, that's always good as well. Don't need to worry about potency, tenacity, anything like that, really. Crit damage. The interesting one is Saber Storm. That does some interesting damage. With like I can't remember exactly what it is, but like hitting the third time and stuff, and she can put out some decent damage. So I'm half tempted to put like an offense set on her and see what sort of damage we can get with her. So yeah, adding this now, so 50 tax. Again, there's not a huge amount of obvious bonuses there, but actually by getting them through the relics, it's not too bad. Again, this piece shares with Arc Trooper. Yeah, this piece is just shared by literally everyone. So sort of put my Watt to gear 13 back a few days, but I think it's completely worth it. Okay, so let's go ahead and so yeah, 107,000 health and protection. Let's go ahead, let's upgrade, and yeah, I think I'm able to get like 1 relic level on her, maybe 2, I can't remember. I think I've got her at a second anyway. At the time of writing, I recorded this maybe a day ago. I think I put her up to relic level 2. I think, obviously I don't think it's worth over relicing this character to like 5 or 6, but yeah, certainly at like relic level 1 or 2, well worth the investment. So now having a look at it, that's a good chunk of change. That's now gone to 130,000. So it's had an extra 30,000 health and protection, which in those big fights, it doesn't sound like much, but it again, it's a difference between winning and losing. So during the territory, what are they called? Territory wars today. Went up against a Geo Spy. Didn't have a huge amount of crit chance. 80. So again, we're at the moment we're 75% crit avoidance. So let's go ahead. Let's see how they do. There wasn't a particularly good Geo squad there, so this is about the best I could muster. Again, in territory wars, there's no point undersizing, so yeah, let's go ahead. Let's just chuck in. I think it was Dooku that I chucked in. I just had nowhere else to put him, but yeah, I think this is fine. Again, Sion is at a good chunk of change here with health and protection. So yeah, looking good. Armor 57. So that's nice as well. Traya, no, she was still at 1. My apologies. But yeah, I think this again, having a look at the battles now, and certainly going into the ultimate fight as well, it's pretty good. And I'll probably take Traya up again. I think you can complete this at Gear 12. Let me know in the feedback if you do, or whether you do need a Gear 13. I don't think you need a Gear 13 for the second counter that I'm going to show you. But obviously against bugs, it just gives a little bit of breathing room, really. So they're going to do their stuff. I wouldn't usually use Sith Trooper here, but I'm not going to use him anywhere else. So you may as well take the fight. They will strip his taunt, so very, very like useless character, really. Just takes a little bit of the heat off everyone. So we can see there, yeah, good. We're going pretty good here. They're going to struggle to get Sion down. Reduce the cooldowns, and let's get a bit of help by hatred up as well. Okay, so again, we're pretty much holding our own here. Big hit from Spy there, but didn't even touch the sides. It's yeah, puts me in pretty good ground for these Geo counters now. Up next in Arena, we're up against an ultimate Kylo. And so here's the squad I kind of like to use. The Traya lead, simply because it will add, like, obviously that crit avoidance. Sith Trooper, there is gear, so OG Sith Trooper is gear 12, like 12.3. I haven't got any of the right side gear on him. Darth Vader is relic level 5, but you can see there Traya is still looking good, not really in any danger at the moment. Yeah, we're clogging away here. Go over to First Order Stormtrooper. It's annoying a little bit with First Order because they do counter at times. So yeah, it can be quite annoying actually. Let's get rid of Sith Trooper. Let's get some more dots out there as well. Now let's throw this over to Traya and throw it back. Reduce cooldowns on Vader because we want to go into Merciless like as soon as possible. Okay, let's just chip away here. We want to do as much damage as we can to Kylo. That's where I think it would be nice to put a little bit more damage on Traya with that big hit there. Okay, let's get rid of that guy and let's head back on into Merciless. And let's take care of General Hux. Let's get some more dots out there now. So we've got about 12, 13 dots. Let's put in a big hit. Ooh, pretty close, but this one is over. He did reach his, so if he came out of that and we don't kill him, it is game over. So again, it can be a little bit shaky at times, but this one is now done. So I believe that gives you, again, this series is guided towards like the newer player. I think everyone needs a decent Galactic Legend counter, and I think this is part of it. Obviously, you want her surviving those initial hits by Kylo. The other two, as I said, the Sion and Nihlus. Nihlus is probably the only luxury one here. I think when you're going up, certainly in Grand Arena, a lot of people have really good Geonosians. Now, obviously, you can see my Galactic power is nearly 6 million, so there's always tough Geos. A lot of people have invested in at least Geo Brood Alpha and Spy as well. So this now gives me a little bit of breathing room with that squad. And I genuinely think that there's more to come in this Sith faction. I know we've just had the new Galactic Legend. I just like dreaming of the day when a fallen Anakin comes to this this faction and makes it great again. Again, it's a solid faction, and I don't think you can go far wrong with Sith, in all honesty. But yeah, so that's all from me for tonight. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Again, if you do and not already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like as well. That's the best way you can support the channel at the moment, and I will see you all next time. Good luck on the holotables. I will see you soon. Cheers, guys.